Hello and welcome back. So finally I have a little update, and you can see I'm having a letter in my hand. That's because the psychiatrist's letter finally arrived, and the lack of my smile probably tells you that this is not good news. And I'm sorry, I don't know what's the green in there. I don't know what's the green in my glasses, but whatever, let's deal with it. But yeah, so if you remember, I made a video a while back when I had just seen the psychiatrist where he was extremely disrespectful. He was telling me that, we're in Ireland, in a Catholic country, and nobody wants to deal with me, and, all these kind of like really phobic things partially, and ignorant things on the other hand, and just a lot of stuff was going on in the session that wasn't okay. And this is basically reflected in this letter very, very well. I went to the doctor today anyway because of my lungs, and I just inquired about whether the letter has arrived or not. And so yeah, this is the letter, and my GP was already saying that, hey, like, I get it that you were really not getting on well, so yeah, here, the letter is here, and I suppose we need to wait for the private psychiatrist. So, as you know, I had already signed up for the waiting list for the private psychiatrist. So yeah, it's on that guy now. If I see him ever, like, I don't know when I will finally see him, but once I see him, at least he's a specialist, and hopefully not an asshole. But yeah, so at this point, since this was so extremely unprofessional, I will be giving out the name at the end of the video. I'm giving out the name not for like defamatory reasons or whatever, but just like you would tell the world if a specific doctor is very, very good. Like, for example, Dr. Lorimer in the UK has a really good reputation. His name is everywhere. I feel the same should be on the other side. Like, if I cannot say that this is a good doctor where you can go and be helped, then I would like for people who happen to have to see this guy to know, that they will probably not get the help they need, at least when it comes to gender transition. But the guy was very dismissive all over the place anyway, and from this letter I will probably make like some signs or whatever in the video in editing, where you will see where there's a lie or something twisting my words around in my mouth, stuff like that. And yeah, I just wanted to read you the letter just to tell you, like, this is horrible. Like, most of the stuff in this letter is either not true, it's twisted around, it's made up completely, like, it's not a good letter. And yeah, here it goes. Dear Doctor, this is my old doctor that he's putting on there, not the one that I actually am with, not the one that even referred me. He just put a different doctor on there. Yeah, so, dear Doctor, thank you for referring this 33-year-old female, I'm 34, but okay. Thank you for referring this 33-year-old female who is seeking help in gender transition from female to male. As I understand, she is looking to go through the medical and surgical transition, and for this she needs to be attending a consultant endocrinologist in Loughlinstown service. Presenting complaint, considering female to male gender transition medically and surgically for a few years now. She identifies her sexual orientation as bisexual. Originally, she is from Bavaria, Germany, and moved to Ireland about 6 years ago. She moved to Ireland because she always identified herself as bisexual. She has been going on different websites pertaining to the LGBT population. On one of those websites, she found Dr. Meager. This is prior to him being deceased. She is referred to our psychiatric service with mainly help for assessment for gender transition, and she reports some anxiety on the background. Reports to me that her anxiety nowadays is mostly associated with her gender dysphoria. There was an incident at her work where somebody made some negative remarks, and that made her anxious. She is still experiencing that, even though she has come out of the closet. People are not as open-minded about her sexuality. This is what most of the time brings on the anxiety. Past psychiatric history has suffered from anxiety in the past. In Germany, she attended counseling for that, and it helped her quite a bit. She also attends counseling in Ireland where she is seeing a psychotherapist who specializes in LGBT. She also is linked in with an online counseling service from California called The Pride Counseling, who specialize in LGBT and gender transformations. She is very happy with these two services, as she believes that all she needs in her life is the ability to be able to speak to somebody in the moment when she wants. She attends on a monthly basis, and she is always able to reach a licensed psychologist from California over the internet. Current medications, doesn't matter. Past medical history, blah blah blah, doesn't matter. Social history. Lives with her ex-husband in an apartment. She is working full-time at She earns good money, has friends, and goes out with them frequently. She will be moving out alone shortly. At the moment, she is separated from her husband. Her husband is quite supportive, and currently she is not in any other relationship. Drug, alcohol, and smoke. Advised me that she has stopped smoking tobacco a few years back. She no longer uses tobacco and is a non-smoker. She advised me that she started drinking alcohol at the age of 18. At that time, she was drinking various alcoholic drinks, nothing too majorly exaggerating. Currently, she is rarely drinking alcohol. Just every now and then, she will have some alcohol. However, she considers herself not using alcohol. However, nothing turned out of that, and she did not attend any counseling either. Personal history. Was born in Bavaria in Germany. She had a normal birth and met milestones. She was raised by her mother for most of her life. Around the age of 5, her parents split. She was in contact with her father for most of her life. However, 10 years ago, she chose to break that contact. She met all of her family's expectations. She denies any childhood sex abuse and denies any physical abuse. She is the only child who is female. She has another set of brothers who are twins. In total, there are 3 children. However, educational history advised me that she didn't really like school much. She didn't even hate it. She went to school. It really didn't matter to her. In Germany, the educational system is quite different from our educational system in Ireland. According to the German education system, she completed only level 1 of her higher secondary schooling. She never reached level 2. This means she is not qualified to go to university in Germany. If she would want to go to university, she would still have to do 3 more levels. She did not need any help in school. She was able to read, write, and speak. She had friends and enjoyed her time, even though she told me she didn't like school. Work history. Started working in childcare about 4 years ago. She moved to Romania with her husband in the past, where she mostly stayed at home. She moved to Ireland about 6 years ago with her Romanian husband. She always worked in Ireland and currently is working full-time at Relationship history. Advised me that she mostly dated men most of her life. She has always been involved sexually with men, never with females. However, she identifies her gender as bisexual. She always saw herself as a man. There was a period when she would look in the mirror and start disliking her appearance because she wouldn't see a flat chest or she wouldn't see the facial hair. She is now married for about 7 years. There are no children from this relationship. She recently separated from her husband and they are getting divorced. He is very supportive of her choice. She does not look in the mirror anymore. She says that the main reason why she doesn't look is because she does not like the appearance of a female. She is currently single. Mental state examination. Her mood is euthemic, subjectively and objectively. Affect is reactive. Her speech was normal in volume, tone, and rate. Her appearance is casual. Raised BMI, kempt. Wearing eyeglasses, dressed appropriately. Behavior was engaged very well. She had good eye contact and established a very good rapport. She denied any thoughts of self-harm, suicidal ideation, or a homicidal intent. There is no intention or plan. Her appetite and sleep are good. She sleeps about 7 to 8 hours a night. Her insight is preserved. My impression at this time is gender dysphoria. Showed me a letter that was written by a consultant psychiatrist in St. John of God Hospital. She had already been referred to St. Columcille Hospital in Lovelingstown to Dr. Davenport, consultant endocrinologist. Basically, is looking for a review from a psychiatry perspective, and I have done that today. She's already referred to Dr. Davenport. As such, we will not be sending a referral, as it will just make a double referral. I have informed her about this, and she was very happy when she found out that her referral had been sent. She asked me how did it take place. I informed her that initially her referral was sent to St. Patrick's Hospital. Since they had a long waiting list, they forwarded it to St. John of God Hospital, and from there it was forwarded on to St. Columcille Hospital in Lovelingstown. This made me very happy. I discussed this case with my consultant psychiatrist. At this moment, we are discharging her back to your care. There is no evidence of acute mental illness. The referral to Lovelingstown has already been done by St. John of God. Hence, there is no need for us to send another referral. We would like you to follow up on Ms. Sertralin. She advises me that she is having a therapeutic benefit of it, so I have advised her that she can continue using that as long as she is happy with it. We wouldn't advise her to use any other medication at this time. The last advice that I have given to her is to stop using cannabis and alcohol. She really needs to abstain from that. Should there be a need for a referral in the future, we will be happy to take one. However, I believe that this psychiatric assessment should get where she wants to go. We wish her the best of luck for her future. All right, that was 4 pages of letter. I might be removing some in editing because there were some details in there that probably shouldn't be there. But yeah, the doctor that actually saw me was Mr. Faraz Khan. But yeah, so most of what's in this letter is incorrect. It is either made up or the words in my mouth were twisted or whatever. Like, he just wrote whatever he wanted to get me out of there, basically. And this is not helping me. I cannot move on with my medical transition at this point because there is no proper there's no proper diagnosis. There's just my impression is, which is apparently not enough as a diagnosis. I don't know how to say it, but anyway, it's not enough. So I get to keep waiting. Yay! So yeah, but yeah, so that's that. Something is, I don't know why. Oh, here we go. Yeah, so I'll keep waiting, and this was my little update, and see you next video, I suppose. Bye.